Zach, Jeff, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, Steve,
Hey,
thanks for having us again.
Good to have you. We are talking about record immigration impacting housing. Looks like we're going to have more bodies to be looking for places to house. U.S. population grew 3.8 million in 2023, largest one-year increase in U.S. history by some estimates. It's a surge in immigration, primarily around working age immigrants. Should be a boost for the labor market and for the housing market. Um, one note here is a lot of times new immigrants do double up on housing. So, the impact might be a little blunted in that sense. But we are looking at a pretty big increase in the number of bodies in this country. And even though people do not expect this pace to continue for a while, um, almost 4 million people, and even if the estimate's on the low side, that might be, I think Goldman Sachs maybe estimated, let me see, the estimated net immigration surged to roughly 2.5 million in 2023. So, you know, we're talking a lot of bodies here. Your thoughts on the impact on real estate?
Sounds like it's gonna be interesting. You're probably gonna get a lot of government subsidized properties get acquired. You're probably gonna see a big increase in your own personal taxes, et cetera, to cover some of these costs. I don't know.
I
I don't
would
even know where to go with
say,
this.
I would say, the same place we've always gone. We think that Class B, Class C, workforce housing, more affordable housing is a great space. I think this kind of bolsters that case. You got to house all these people, and it doesn't matter who or why or what or anything. People need a roof over
Right.
their head. And a lot of what we're talking about is great for the labor market, but people aren't earning $100,000 a year, at least not right away. So they're not going to some of the luxury units or downtown urban areas. They're looking at these more affordable workforce housing. Um, so I think it's a boon for real estate, and especially areas that we're looking at and some of the deals that we're looking at. My bigger question would be, what does that do to transportation? You got to get people to and from. So, does that cause a a development of different retail or offices and or businesses in other areas that they're not currently in? Um,
Yeah,
but
I would think on
that's my
that it just
two
exacerbates
cents.
one of the trends we're already taking advantage of, and that's migration. I mean, I think you're going to see some of the people in these areas that get congested looking to move to other areas, and that might be undeveloped areas in the Carolinas or Appalachia, or some of the areas we're already targeting. I think you see more flow towards the area with a little bit more space. Now, the rural folks are going to hate that too, because all of a sudden they're going to have urban folks coming in buying the land for too much. And then you got another factor we've talked about here too is one of the reasons we like Class B and C is people aren't building more of it.
That's
So,
right.
it's too expensive to build. So, we just saw this with, I think it was Blackstone, investing in the high end, and it's going to put money in the high end. That's where people want to spend the money in the high end because you get more per square foot. Um, but yeah, I think we're going to continue to have supply problems, especially on Class B and C, because people don't want to build more of it. Now we're going to see there's a lot more demand for it. So I think it's good news for us as investors, not such good news for renters, as the prices are likely going to go up and the option of buying a house is getting harder and harder. So, but I think the investment trend's clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for once, we are all in agreement with a yeah, yep, and yep. And so that's good, guys. I'll take that and run. Thanks for your insights.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks.